Shopping with HobbyMaker couldn't be easier. You can shop via our website at www.hobbymaker.co.uk, where you can watch our live shows and see all the products from that day. We also have a huge amount of products on our website, from your craft room essentials to paper, tools, cutting machines and much more. You can download and shop on the go with our HobbyMaker app. Simply head over to your app store and search HobbyMaker. Alternatively, you can call our UK-based call centre 24 hours a day on 0800 001 4433. Shopping made easy at HobbyMaker.
Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show. You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on HobbyMaker.
Our UK-based call centre is always on hand to assist you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Here at HobbyMaker, we only charge one P&P throughout the day. You can add as many items to your basket and checkout and still only be charged once. Once you've checked out the first time and want to order again, you simply add the item to the basket and click on the Combine Order button. Shopping made easy at HobbyMaker. Never miss a show by watching on the go with our brand new HobbyMaker app. Head over to your app store now and search HobbyMaker and simply download to your smartphone or tablet. You can watch the shows live and see your favourite presenters and guests. Click on the Today's button to shop all of the products that are featured in today's show. Want to know what's hot? Then click here to see today's bestsellers and highlights. Have you missed a show or want to watch one back? Then click the schedule button and you can go back 7 days to watch and shop, and you can also see what's coming up over the next 7 days. Want to say hello or ask a question to our guests? Then send a message to the studio. You can also keep in touch with all the latest news, events, product launches and much more by clicking here for our social media pages. So never miss a show by watching on the go with our brand new HobbyMaker app.
Good evening and welcome back to HobbyMaker. How are you doing? My name is Nigel May. Look who's here, everybody. This is so exciting. Mr. Phill Martin. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You?
Do you know how much I squealed when I heard the news that you were coming to HobbyMaker? Literally, I squealed.
Thank you.
Here you are 2 weeks in.
2 weeks?
You're like part of the furniture
I am
already.
And do you know what? It's fabulous.
Honestly,
I love it.
If you have not met Phill before, let me just say, I'm going to blow his trumpet for a moment. Like, literally one of the legends of the crafting world. So to have him here, like Julie's fangirling. So like, literally to have Phill here at HobbyMaker, we are very, very pleased indeed. If you've got any questions for Phill, I mean, I'll be probing him a little throughout the hour, finding out all about him. It's got to be done. But if you want to message
yourselves in, everybody.
It's going to be a bumpy ride. You can email in studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. So we've got an hour of the fabulous Phill coming your way.
Than me? That can't be right.
That's because I am. It's those extra inches. Let's tell you what else is on the menu here at HobbyMaker this fine Wednesday evening. It's a good one, let me tell you. Oh, this is a new menu. I'm liking this. Let's have a look. We've got James is in from Creative Expressions at 6 p.m. tonight with more fabulous crafting deals. We've got some great things on that show. We're talking pets. Yes, we are doing dogs and more on that show at 6 o'clock tonight. Halloween, Glitzcraft style with the fabulous Leona. That's coming up at 7 o'clock tonight. She has got, I'm going to say, pumpkins to die for. It's all coming up tonight at 7. And we've got at 8 o'clock tonight, I've got a little bit of a Carnations craft show for you. Well, not a little bit, a big bit, a whole hour. We've got some brand new stuff on that. It's just me and some fabulous items at great prices. It's all on pre-order now, so head to the website. What is the website? Let's ask Daddy Adam. All the W's what?
HobbyMaker.com.
HobbyMaker.com. Love that. Right, Phill, let's dive on in.
Let's dive in.
First off, I'm going to say, when these are gone...
They're gone.
They are gone. Literally, this is the last time you're going to see them because they will sell out, I suspect, and they are limited stock. When they are gone, they are gone. Phill, we've got 3 sets of fabulous dies here, but I've got to say, with you as ever, designed to perfection for versatility.
Thank you very much. And that's kind of Sentimentally Yours in a nutshell.
Yes.
Yeah. So the whole point, remember this is Floral Finery Series 1, yeah, which I did bring you as part of the new collection when I was here a couple of weeks ago. It sold out then. I've literally managed to find a little bit, and then once this is gone, it's gone, yeah.
That is
and
it.
I need to just give you a little heads up, because Floral Finery 2 may be here sooner than you think.
Oh, lovely. Well, remember,
And I
Phil's
really
here
want
every
you to
2
have-
weeks.
Sooner than you think, and I really want you to have Floral Finery 1, because this is building on a collection. So, you know, flowers are kind of my thing, yeah, they always have been. So now when I'm designing flower dies, I want them to do more for me. It's no good just having a pretty design, use it for a couple of months, get bored with it. That's never going to happen with these, because it's evolving.
It's an investment.
It
I always
is an
think if you buy something
investment,
from Phill, from Sentimentally Yours, and we'll find out more about the company and the lovely Phill throughout the hour as well. You are buying something that's going to be so useful for not just purchases you already have, but also for future things coming your way as well. Let's start with this perfect duo for you. We've got Perfectly Plain, and then we've also got Lacy Loveliness for you here. Phill, I love this. I mean, you can see the correlation, both shape-wise and size-wise, between the two, but it's detail, outline, it's solid. You've got everything you need.
Absolutely. So the first thing you'll notice, for anybody who hasn't seen me before, this is the first time I did 2 different shapes in one die set. So you've got the 4-petal and you've got the 3-petal there. They're exactly the same size. So straight away, you know, you can cut the plain one with the lacy one on top in a coordinating cardstock, put it together, you've created a brand new look, or use them individually. The Perfectly Plain is, we've got stamps that coordinate with that, so find those on the website. And obviously you can see there where the girls have used the chalk paints, which we're going to show you shortly. They've used the chalk paints to mop up the watered down chalk paints to create that lovely look. That's obviously one of mine. I don't know what gives it away, but...
You have a signature style. I will say as well, with your... I mean, is it a full angel policy with you?
Absolutely.
You are happy for people to make
I am.
what they
If
like?
you've made it, sell it. Yeah.
Love that. If you want to go for this one, this bundle is that you've got these two. When it's gone, it's gone. $35.98 is your price on this one. We've got a reduction on this already. It's limited stock. If you want to go for that one, it's HMHW. He's marvellous. He's Wicked 41 is your item code on that one. We've got a first message in for you, Phill, which is very, very nice. Let's see who's messaged in for our Phill already. It's Tina. Tina says the following. She says, hi, coming back to card making after 10 years to see Phill and Nigel together. I know we have been together many times before, but it's the first time here and I am thrilled. To see Nigel and Phill together, I feel like I've never been away. Loving HobbyMaker.
Oh,
When did we first get together?
Well, Nigel, I've done shopping TV for, are you ready for this? Just over 18 years. So you've known me just over 18 years.
You've not aged
we were
a
only
bit.
about 18, 19.
Exactly, we were teenagers. Let's move on to the next one for you. The next one for you, we have got your delightful duo, which is your delightfully dotty and practically perfect.
Yeah.
Again, Phill, I mean, as I said with the other ones, it's correlating throughout the 3 sets.
So you
that
can
we've got.
see straight
Everything
away.
goes together.
Absolutely. Versatility is key. And you can, I think, just make out the debossing detail in these. This is something you're going to hear from me a lot, because detail and debossing are my kind of signature style with dies. So slightly different to the norm, and what you get there is that gorgeous, gorgeous detailing. And when you start using other mediums on these, it sinks into the debossed areas and you get extra texture. They're just absolutely beautiful. Even just
Daphne
in
and
cardboard.
Devon is already in for this one. I do not blame you, Daphne. Again, when it's gone, it's gone. I love it because whether you use it as like a, you know, the main focal point on the card or an embellishment, little touch, finishing point, it works.
Yeah, absolutely. And
really does.
embellishing, this is why we make our own cards, because you can't buy things like this in the shop. And what these dies do is they give you so many different opportunities to use them. You're not going to use them for a couple of weeks and pop them in the cupboard and forget about them, because they're going to be your go-to ones.
I think that's so beautiful, it really is. NEHW35 is your item code on that one. That's your Floral Finery, that's Series 1 for you. Then we've also got for you, last but by no means least, and remember, again, when this is gone, it is gone. We have got your fantastic fronds and the fabulous fronds. It's all about the Fs.
It really is today.
It is, look at that.
So basically what you've got here are you've got the left-facing, right-facing in the double frond and in the single frond. So depending on what kind of embellishment or size of flower you're using, Clearly, you can snip the double ones down to create even more. And you've got the debossing detail on one and the open leaf on the other. You already know what I'm going to say. Put one on top of the other with a different shade of green.
Well, that's what you do. I mean, again, you think about the versatility, the creativity. You know, the value
it's not
for
just
money.
a leaf dye, is it? Yeah.
No,
so
it's
you're
not
getting,
just a
you're
one
getting
job,
two.
is it?
You're getting two individual looks, but then you're getting the bonus looks when you start combining them.
And obviously with the leaf as well, I mean, like any foliage, if you put it with flowers, whatever flowers you have in your collection, obviously you're adding to them today with Phil's collection, they are going to be the perfect accessory.
Absolutely. And they never do they? Flowers for me are my thing, as you know. You'll get used to me in pretty cars and all the floral embellishments.
You do pretty very, very well.
Thank
but I also
you.
say you do pretty in your own unique way, which I think is brilliant as well. You can recognise the Phill Martin Sentimentally Yours card, I think, from space.
From the number of flowers on it, yeah.
AGHW79 is your item code on that one if you'd like to go over it. $35.98 is your price there. Remember, there are 3 ways to order here at HobbyMaker. You can either order via the phone lines. It's a free phone telephone number, 0800 001 4433. If you are thinking, where's the call centre? Is it on the far side of the world? No, it's up there. It's literally up there. Have you been up there yet?
I have.
Oh, that's so good up there. You can, of course, order via the HobbyMaker app as well if you want to download the free HobbyMaker app from your Google Store, your App Store, or wherever you get your app fixed. Then you can do that. Or you can go to the website. Kat and Daddy Adam will tell you about that. All the W's what?
HobbyMaker.com.
Oh, nice. Loving that. Right, Phill, let's talk about this. You've bought me a 6-pack and you know I like those. This is very exciting. Phill, you have got, I think, again here, the perfect collection of sentiment dyes, of beautiful embellishments for your cards to literally, well, you're never going to put these away.
No,
They're
you're
going
not.
to be constantly out.
And that is exactly the kind of thing I was going for when I was designing them. So just for anybody who doesn't know me, remember, I am a crafter first and foremost.
Yes.
So I don't sit in my craft room thinking of things to sell. Yeah, it's not my priority. My priority is designing things that we need as crafters that we're going to use and not put in cupboards. It's my worst nightmare. If anybody ever messages me and says, you know what, Phill, they're in the cupboard, I'd be mortified.
Yes.
That's what you've got with these. So these are the first, again, in a series, what will be an ever-evolving series of the framed sentiment. So I haven't just given you the sentiment, I've given you the shadow. And I haven't just given you the shadow, I've given you the frames so that you can mount your sentiments onto them, you can create apertures with them, create inverted apertures, you can do so many different things with them. And there was space left in the middle of these little frames. We've got 3 buttons in them. So you've got 3 different looks from the buttons as well. None of the space was wasted. I cannot tell you how much we use these. Whether we use them on cards, whether we use them in scrapbooks, whether we use them on journaling, that kind of thing. The joined up was done by me.
Well done.
Everything Sentimentally Yours is done by me. Yeah.
But that's the great thing about you, Phill, as well. I mean, you think about that usability, don't you? I love it as well. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Nobody puts Martin in the cupboard. Nobody puts Phill Martin in the cupboard. It's got to be out all the time. But this is going to be that set that when you are thinking, you know, I need something to please great Auntie Maud. I need something to, please little cousin Timmy.
Yeah.
There is a very generic kind of like unisex, timeless, ageless feel about this. They're great for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know already, I mean, I've just seen one of the screenshots. It looks absolutely amazing. And it shows you all the different ways you can use these. Cardstock, mirror card, you can heat emboss on top of them with embossing powders. You can change the colour with my paints and subsequent things I'm going to be bringing you soon. It's a never-evolving journey with Sentimentally Yours.
Again, it's that investment. Now, we've dropped the price, you know, here at HobbyMaker. Are you used to the falling prices now, Phill?
I'm not yet.
Oh, it's great.
But it does freak me out
Everybody
a bit when I see
pays the
it.
lowest price.
Yeah,
like, even if people come in at the beginning, like Pat in Suffolk, that was in at the beginning when it said $119.94, you know, Pat, or maybe you're brand new to the channel because you followed this man, you will always pay the lowest price. Nobody will pay any more than the lowest price. $99.94 is the price on this one. So you're getting one of the sets for free here and then some, which is great. Plus, on top of that, we have split pay. Now, let me ask Daddy Adam on the cameras. Adam, do we charge people here at HobbyMaker to use split pay? No, we don't, because that would be what, Adam?
Be evil.
That would be evil. That would be silly. That would be stupid. No, we are not doing that. So literally we've got a 3-way split pay, no interest to pay and no charge for you as well. All you need to do is pay one payment today of $33.31 plus your P&P $4.95 for the entire day.
It's amazing.
That blows my mind.
It's amazing, yeah.
Flabbergasted. Doesn't matter how many orders or anything like that, or quantity, or you know, obviously size or weight or anything like that, then you are literally going to have $4.95 for the entire day. If you would like to order this one, then it's HFHW76 is your item code there. A three-way split on this one. Lots of you going for this already. Patricia in Cambridgeshire, Pat in Suffolk, Sandra in Devon. Well done to you all. Now, he's run over there for a reason, as our Phill. It's time to give us some fabulous inspiration. If you want to ask Phill any questions or find out about him as well, do get those messages in, studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. Right, time for some inspiration. So over to the sentimentally fabulous Phill Martin.
I absolutely love the interaction.
Yes.
It's amazing.
We'll have some of that, please.
Right, so I'll just do a little quick synopsis again of what this bundle is all about. I don't want you to miss out on the... Oh, sorry, that's my head straight in. Mind your head, Phill. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'll tell you what you mean, Phill, don't you
Say
worry.
that again. Anyway, I do not want you to miss out on this. And I do know that dies are a considered purchase. And I do know that we've got 6 sets here, which makes it a considered purchase. However, let's talk about the versatility and let's talk about what you're actually getting. You're getting 80 individual dies. Now, 80 individual dies is absolutely phenomenal. More importantly, if I just move these to one side, you're getting 80 dies that you're going to use. Now, that's really, really important for me. A, as a designer, B, as a brand, but most importantly, as a crafter. I've done it in the past, so I know how you all think, oh, 100 quid, will I use them all? Well, yes, you will. Because the words that I've used on the Series 1 are sentiments that we're going to use day in, day out, week in, week out. And because if Nigel texts me and said, oh, can you make a girly birthday card for me?
Which I do a lot.
I can make these girly. If you say I need one that's slightly more grungy or masculine, I can do that as well. So these just keep on giving. So you've got the sentiment. Remember, all my dies come with the magnetic storage sheet as well, so you don't even need to think about storage when you get these home. They all come with their own. So you can literally just slot them in whatever tub or whatever you need to keep them in. The sentiments are all the same size, so you can see here you can use just for you, or for you, happy birthday for you, or what have you. You can start mixing them up. All of these frames are different, so they all have a different outer edge, but you can start using, and I'm just grabbing a random one, I don't know which order I'm going in, so I can start using this, think, oh, do you know what, I love that someone special, I love that shape, but, oh, I'm not too fussed on that inverted corner. Well, why don't you change it to a rounded corner and create an aperture with a rounded corner? Use these all on their own. The versatility, and I know I say it a lot, is absolutely phenomenal.
So all 6 of them, Phill, it's like literally you can change the frames if need be.
All of them.
And will all of the words fit in all of the others
Yeah,
as well?
they will.
Perfect.
Yeah, they will. So not only have you got the fabulous sentiment, you've also got the shadow. Now, I don't do shadows that are just big blobs. I like shadows that have got detail. And if I just bring this in the card that I made earlier, you can actually see on the H look, we've got detailing in the actual drop shadow, which is something that I always try and do.
It gives it added interest, doesn't it?
It does, it does. So you've got the shadow for them all. You can do 2 shadows, 3 shadows, however many you want. You've then got a different button in 3 sizes in each of these sets. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 8. That's 18 individual button dies. Now, anybody who's been around crafting for a long time, you will probably know that if you were to just buy these 18 little button dies, yeah, if you were to just buy these little 18 button dies on their own, you'd be talking 20 quid for that. Yeah, you'd be talking £20 just for the buttons. Look at what you get. Now, I know everybody, I know 100 quid is a considered purchase, which is why I gave you the £20 savings, so you're paying for 5.
Well, this
okay?
You're getting one free in the bundle. We do have 3 sets of 2 as well, so I'll take you to the duos afterwards. So as ever with Phill, as ever with HobbyMaker, we like to give you choices. Something for every pocket. Back to Phill.
Yeah, absolutely. So getting 6, paying for 5, which I'm going to try and do that every single time you see me, whether it's something new to you, I will always give you the best deal that I can.
Thank you very much.
That's kind of my thing. So I'm going to move on from this. Do you want to do the boards while I get ready for a demo?
Get your demo ready, Sunshine. So let's take you through what we've got. The 6 that you are going to get in there, and then we'll do the duos as well as we go along. So in the bundle, you are getting With Love to begin with. I mean, With Love, as Phill said, it's one of those generics. It's one of those classics. It's what I call a just because, just to send with love to somebody. It could be with love because you're going through something hard. It could be with love because you are doing something celebratory. It could be with love because it's commiseratory, or just because, any occasion, the best one of all. So you can see you are going to get all of the panels. You've got these wonderful frames, the little buttons down there, and of course the words, everything sized to perfection. So that's with love. As a duo, that will come with the birthday wishes, but also it is going to be in the bundle for you as well. So with birthday wishes, you can see that you have the two separate words, so you can layer them alongside each other, underneath each other. It's entirely up to you. You've also got the frames. You've obviously got the sort of the big, the medium, and the small. They can all go one within the other if need be, or you can use them separately, or of course you can go for the buttons there. Now, if you do want to go for those two together, we have them as a bundle. Details over here. So you've got with love and then also birthday wishes for you there. If you want to go for that as a duo, CUHW, 32 your item code there, and you are saving. It's down to $34.98. But let's go for the next ones for you. Back to the bundle. So you've got sending hugs. Again, saving hugs, I said, didn't I? Sending hugs, there you go. You have to save them once they've been sent now. So you've got your sending hugs there. Again, your three beautiful frames. I love this heart frame. That is so cute. And look at the detail. I mean, again, with Phil's dies, if you are new to Sentimentally Yours, literally the cut with the dies, no matter what machine you use, is second to none. It really is. Even on those really filigree, almost like laser cut details like that, it still looks superb. You've got your little buttons in there as well, your little sort of eye-shaped buttons, which is great. And of course the frames as well. So sending hugs, then duoed with that, we've got happy birthday. That's always good, isn't it? Everybody has a birthday. Some people have two. Well, look, I'm going to say that. I think only the king has two. Does the king still have two? I know the queen did. I'm assuming the king will as well. So you've got your happy birthday in there. If you want that pair together, that's JIHW74, $34.98 for those two together. Back to the bundle. We've got someone special. Again, that could be, you know, a friend, a neighbour, a crafty loved one, whoever it may be. So again, it's one of those ones that you know you will be going back to time and time again. The fact that you've got someone in special separately as well, if you just want to put special on a card for whatever the occasion, then you can do. Again, you've got your three frames there and the little buttons at the bottom with the inverted corners. That one comes with just for you. Excuse me, that's the sixth one that you've got in the bundle. And then you've also got the two duos there. So that's just for you. And you've got your someone special together. If you want to go for those as a duo, it's PRHW89, but everything together is the way ahead. Phil said it's complete angel policy, so you can make what you like. Let's give you some suggestions, and then we'll see Phil in glorious action. This is the one with the happy birthday and the stars. Now, obviously, those two go together, but if you wanted to mix and match and put that with the buttons, you know, the round buttons, then you could do. Again, it's entirely up to you. You can mix and match your frames with whatever you like. I love it because I think they make them really strong cards as well. I mean, all of these, not too overly detailed, but they literally do still pack a punch, which is great. So if you want to go for the bundle, HFHW76, your item code there. But now let's go to Phil for some inspiration.
Okay, right. Two demos. We're going to do it this hour.
Let's do it. Two demos.
It's the first time since I've been here.
It's going to happen.
So I'm going to show you how to use these sentiment dies with everything else that's on the show. So Sentimentally Yours is kind of an all-in-one, a one-stop shop, if you like. So you know that for me, sorry, I'm choking. For me, coordination is one of the biggest things for me. And it's one of the things that started me on manufacturing my own products because I couldn't find things that coordinated.
Yes.
So I want to be able to click on the website, click Sentimentally Yours, know that the paints are going to work with the cardstock, are going to work with the dies, are going to work with the embossing folders, and so on and so forth. So what we've got here is me doing my pre-prep. So I've got my card base. This colour that you can see is actually the chalk paints, yeah? So one of the important things for me when I was developing this chalk paint is that you could use it on cardstock, yeah? So I know for a fact that if I tried to find a cardstock that matched these two paints, it's never going to happen because this is a unique colour to me. So make your own. Yeah, we generally do what we call matting and layering. So all I need to do, look, as you can see, I've left that one to show you. I've literally just painted around the edge and popped that on the top. Yeah, so we've now created coordinating cardstock. These little in-shot, this is why I think you need these dies so badly. So all these little bits are from two of the sets, yeah? So I've got my base, I've got my decorative one, and I've got one of the layers for the top. But these are also part of the sentiment sets. I'm going to paint these or splat them, and look at that. I've run it through an embossing folder. It looks completely different already. So just by doing that, you've changed the look. But let's start with some stenciling. We've not shown you the paints yet, but we will be.
What we'll do is I'll do a little shopping list after the demo. We'll go through everything that Phil's used, but also producer Ellie will probably pop the details up on the screen as well as we go along. So do check out the details there.
Okay, so I know that when I put this card together, there's not going to be a lot of space showing.
No.
Yeah. So I'm going to use one of the stencils and decorate on the areas that I know are going to be seen. So let's have the one with the hearts, just because we can.
All 4 of those stencils under £20, £19.80. Details on your screen right now. You've got extravagance, you've got machination. I like the sound of that. Machination.
Yeah.
Sophistication and fanciful. Love those words. Let's get all of those under a £5 each if you want to pop them in your basket. UWHW41.
So when I was showing you the paints earlier, when I was talking with Rosie, we stippled through. I don't know where I've put it, otherwise I would show you. So we've stippled through, and one of the things for me with Flawless Media, my brand of mediums, is that flexibility. You're going to get fed up of me saying these kind of words, but it's really, really important to me. I don't want you to think mixed media, oh, I don't do that. I want you to think, I like to make pretty cards.
Yes.
I like to use all these different mediums to achieve these effects, and I can get that from film. Yeah. So I'm going to use the cut and dry foam. So if you haven't got stipple brushes, and I'll be honest with you, these are just cheap ones I found on Tinternet. I don't even worry about them because they're so disposable.
Yeah.
Although I am still using ones I've been using for about 5 years. they're a little bit threadbare, but why not? So let's look at these colours. So I've got here lilac blooms, and I've got 2 little bits of cut and dry foam. And what I'm going to say to you is, don't throw your cut and dry foam away, even once it's dried, because these paints are water active. You can reactivate them with water. So even these, in fact, let me see if I've got here where I look. Even this here, look, where it's Malibu Peach and it's dried up, if I want to create myself a lovely watery background, I will mist that with water, leave it for a second, and just dab it. Just dab, 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 yeah, and then you're done.
Do we have cut and dry in your brand shop, Phil, on the website?
No, because it's not my product.
Right,
but you'll find it. There'll be some equivalent on the website.
Back to Phil.
So I know when I put this card together that I'm having my central panel, and I'm having 2 panels up here and 2 panels down here. You'll get used to me in the way I prep my demos, and even though I don't get them finished, it's how I do them. So I know I only really need to do a little bit of decoration in the top right. I had to think left and right. That's trying to walk around this building, and I know I come out of the studio and I know I need to turn right, but I always turn right.
It's like a maze. It's like a labyrinth in this building. I can hear it, and I'm still getting used to it.
It really is. So I'm going to go on. It doesn't matter. So please treat yourself to a pack of the paints. I don't care which set you go for, because the colours are all stunning. But I want you to have a set, and I want you to start using them through your stencils. I want you to start mixing them with a bit of water, splatting all over the place. I want you colouring your flowers and everything, because it is a game changer for people like me who like pretty cards and to do all the techniques but don't want to be covered in muck. This is the way to go. So
you said if you want to do 2 demos.
Yeah.
Halfway through the show.
Yeah.
So you know.
Right, thank you. So I'm literally just going to take some from the lid. Very rare that I use it from the pot. I'm going on my mat, and I'm just going to dab through this. I'm not securing the stencil. I can actually just choose which part I want. So I'm not securing the stencil. I'm just going to take off the excess, and I'm going to dab through, look.
See, I love stencils as well, because they're so... I feel stencils are still a bit underrated, because you can do so much with them. And I love what you said just now about like not boxing yourself in. If you want to do mixed media with these, do mixed media with these. If you want to do card making with these, do card making with these. Whatever you want to do, Phil has the product that literally you can use in any crafting arena. Very busy for the stencils. Rita, Graham, Susan, Anne, Helen, Vanessa and Janice. You need to check out your baskets.
And remember as well, these embossing folders, these stencils, you can run them through your die cutting machines with the rubber mat, so you've got an embossing folder as well. So I've literally, anybody can do that. We've now added this pretty decorative part of the stencil with the lilac blooms chalk paint. However, that's not enough for me. I want to now add a little two-tone effect, and this is the beauty of paint. Put your inks in a cupboard, get some chalk paints, because it'll change your world, I'm telling you. So we're now going to do a little bit of a two-tone effect with the, what's that one called? Morning Dew. Oh, I was right, Morning Dew.
Well done, you know your product.
I know. Do you know what? We've got 60 colours in the paints now. 60.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, because I can't stop. It's one of my favourite products that I've ever done, and anybody will tell you that.
The set that Phil's using at the moment is the Nature set. We'll take you through everything after the demo then.
Is Morning Dew from the Nature?
That's from the Nature set,
I honestly
yes,
don't know. I've just picked up colours that I like. So just remember, a little goes a long way. So I'm just going to dab. Wait till you see these two colours together. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm really not concentrating where I'm going. I'm just making sure I don't cover the whole space, look. And anybody can do this, and I really want you to have a go, everybody. Have a look in my Facebook group and see all the people that I've converted.
Where do we find your Facebook?
So Sentimentally, are you ready for this? Before I show you tell you all the details, are you ready?
Yeah, here we go.
Just from a little bit of dabbing with 2 chalk paints.
Fabulous.
Gorgeous. Is that not stunning?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just, and I've literally used a tiny bit from the pot.
They're going to go a long, long way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where do we find you online, Phil?
So you can obviously like and follow my Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. And remember, so if you're watching me for the first time, we have photo albums of every single release that I've done on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. So you can literally go on there now, click photos, click albums, find chalky paints, or find the framed sentiments, and there are tons and tons. So that's the Facebook page. The Facebook group is Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours, and I'm live in there as well twice a week, just so you know. And YouTube is the same, Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. Look what we've done there, look, and look how easy that was to achieve. It's just so easy.
It's the perfect background for whatever comes next.
Yeah, and I'm going to pop that to one side, and then the little topper that I know I want, and the other 2 plain pieces, I was going to splat, but I'm not, because I know we've used too much time. Or I've used too much time.
This is it.
I'll retract that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little watery background. So
I'm not going to let you go though till we've done 2 demos. I'm not going to let you go till we've done 2 demos. It's not happening.
Well, what I'll do then, instead of, let me just tell you what we could have done. So you know these bits of paint that are on here, although it looks like there's nothing there, I'm not going to do it, but if you missed it with water, you can literally
reactivate.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. Sorry. Let's just do it. I'm trying to teach you. My job is to teach you how to use these and get the most from them. So we're going to just do a little watery background. Look. Yeah.
That's the great thing, is it? Because in theory that could have been like, you know, cleaned up and thrown away. But no, waste nothing.
Sorry, everybody. And also, I know I'm digressing, but this little bit that's on the stencil that's left over, you can miss that and do a print as well. So let me just mop this up now I've done it. So
busier and busier for the stencils. Lots of you coming through. Marie in South Yorkshire, Janice in Carmarthenshire, Helen in Hertfordshire, Vanessa in Derbyshire, you're there as well. As ever, Phil, you're crafting, bringing the girls to the yard. We've got Les in the United Kingdom as well. We've got, that's random, isn't it? And John in Hampshire. They're all in for the stencils, getting busier and busier for those. UWHW41. 40% of our main bundle, by the way, are sentimental frames. If you want to go for those, 40% gone already. Let's give you a quick reminder of what you were getting in there. You are getting 6 fabulous frames, and the words that you get in there, you have got with love, birthday wishes, sending hugs, happy birthday, someone special, and of course just for you as well. So yeah, pop those in your basket. If you are going for the bundle, you are going to get one of those for free, which is brilliant. Back to Phil.
Right, so this is my little bag of tricks. I'm just going to pop the flowers in just in case there are any left before they go. So these flowers, look, these are the Delightfully Dotty I've got on here, and these have been coloured with the 2 paints. Now look how pretty they are. Look how pretty they are. And can you see everything is coordinating? Absolutely everything.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, your plants always like a flamboyance of design, which is lovely. Yeah. But I love the fact everything coordinates together. It never looks swamped. No, it never looks swamped. And the beauty, I'm just going to layer these up. The beauty of whether you do over-the-top cars like I do, or whether you do clean and simple, look at the samples on the Facebook page, because my design team are very varied in styles. So Lozzie, for example, will do
she does clean and simple so well, whereas I struggle with it. So you get lots and lots of different interpretations of the designs. Right, so we've got the sentiment here. Remember I said at the beginning, we've got the shadow, the decorative shadow, and I'm actually doing a double shadow on this. So I've kept the main sentiment white.
So we're going to have 3 layers here, Phill.
We're going to have 3 layers on it, yeah, because we can. We could have 4 if we wanted, or 5.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, and it depends how heavy you want your card.
Flamboyant Phill, you can have as many as you like, which is wonderful.
So let's just decide which one to have. So I'm just going to decide which one I want on the. I'm going to have the lilac on the bottom. Yeah. So dip it in the glue and just off center it a little bit. I'm trying not to get my head in. So we're having a bottom shadow look. So all I've done is I've popped the shadow on and just moved it to one side. Yeah. So we've got a bottom shadow there. I'm going to do the same with this is how I stick these together, by the way. The glue bundle does have my glue with the brush applicator in, which is fabulous for this. Yeah.
We've got that on the show as well. I will add that to the shopping list for after the demo.
So I'm just trying to make sure this coordinates.
I love that idea of the shadowy bottom, to coin a phrase. You can have like 3 layers. It's fabulous. Well, no, but it does give added interest. I think it drops.
It's dimension. It's dimension, but it's dimension just with cardstock, so it's not weighing it on.
It's dimension without extra postage.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you can see I've got paint on my hands, which just won't do. I can see it out the corner of my eye, and I'm like, that's gotta go. So as soon as I've stuck this on, I'm going to show you how easy it is to clean your fingers as well when you've got these paints on. Remember, they are water-based, which I think is absolutely amazing. So now we've got the lovely decorative part, look, and I'm trying not to shove my head under the overhead camera, and we're going to pop. Look how beautiful
That's fab.
And it's so easy to do. So easy.
It's so simple, but yet so effective, and that's the joy, isn't it? That's ticking 2 boxes right there.
And it's really easy to do. And although they're delicate, they're strong. Yeah. So let's just pop this one on, and then you need to give me a second to wipe my hands.
Lovely. Whilst you're doing that, just grab that one and get our... Because we've got close-up Chris on the cameras. I don't know whether you met Chris.
Close-up Chris?
Oh, no, literally. Literally. Honestly, if you want a close-up, he's your man. Also, if you want a great voice, he's your man as well, Phill.
No, I need soft focus.
You wait. Soft focus for you and I. Not for your product. What's the website, Close-Up Chris? All the W's what? HobbyMaker.com. Thank you. Nice recovery. It changed recently. It's HobbyMaker.com. There you go. Thank you, Phill.
Thank you. So I'm just going to layer these up. I'm going to super speed through this now because I want to get this card actually finished. Let's have the bigger...
I just think I mean, the word I keep coming back to is pretty, but I always think with Phill, he makes cards, because you know some pretty can be a little bit twee. I always think with Phill, you hit that right note. It's obvious that like crafting is your passion.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been doing this, you know, can I say a wee while?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Well, I've been crafting for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I started like most people...
When you were in your 40s, yeah.
When I was 16, 17.
But it has been a passion of yours for the longest time, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not... I've evolved. My style has evolved. The way I craft has evolved because it's completely different every time you release a new product. And this is why it's important for me that when I do the next stencils, for example, they probably might work with these as well. And that's what's really important for me. It's what's kept me going. It's kept me interested all these years.
But that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, craft is ever evolving, and you know, you've seen a lot of evolution within the crafting industry in your
Keep going back to how long I've been doing it, don't you?
But you but the thing is, it's like you don't follow trends. I feel you can like set them, don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
You do your own thing, but you see what people want as well.
I do, and I think that's why. I mean, I've got my Facebook group is absolutely fabulous. I don't consider any of them customers; they're all friends, and we have an amazing time.
I'm going to ask our lovely director, Dan. I know you've got like 3 million things to do. Could we get a little QR code done for Phil's Facebook page?
Do you do that? I didn't even know.
He's really good. If you can't do it now, it's because I've thrown it at him in like literally 50 minutes for the end of the show. But for the next show for you, we'll do a QR code.
Well, I'm super impressed.
Honestly. The first time we did one, I was literally like, how'd you do that?
That's just, I'm sorry, I'm giving you...
The bin's under you. There you go.
So we're putting this card together, look. Now, yes, I'm doing this super, super pretty, and I've chosen pretty colours. If you wanted to make this a more masculine style card, just remember you could change most of what's on here with the machination. You can look at my grey board that's on the show because some of the elements are more masculine. So, yes, I do pretty cards, but I have been known to do
You do pretty for all.
Yeah. Right, so let's start putting this together. So I know that these two little embossed pieces are going on first.
I will give you a time check, because I know you like one. We've got 20 minutes left. Just so you know.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. You must have been talking too much.
There you go. I'll take the blame. We all know that's not true.
So I'm going flat there, look, with the embossed piece. This is why I think these dies are so good, because you've got the sentiments that you know you can use with the frames or without the frames, but B, start incorporating the frames as embellishments in their own right, which is what I'm doing here, look, and you're creating a whole new look again.
You are preaching to the converted, Phil. And Devon is the latest person in for this fabulous collection. Remember, if you have it in your basket, it's not yours. You need to check out your baskets to guarantee your purchase. It's like Phil when he's in the queue at the supermarket and he's got his, his bottle of Prosecco and his tin of beans in his trolley or whatever. Until he gets through that checkout and paid for them, they're not his. You need to get yourself through the checkout.
So I'm sorry, I'm throwing all my rubbish at you.
I don't know why, because the bin's
because I'm stood on a box and the bin feels like it's 300 miles away.
I'll sort that.
So now we're just going to layer these up. Look, so I'm bringing in the colour from the chalk paints again, but these are raised. You're going to love this card when it's done. It's so easy to do. You must get the sentiment dies, everybody. I'm not going to use that. Choices.
This is it. You've got that for another project.
I literally just looked at it and thought, do you know what? I don't need that. I'm not using it.
Susan in Essex, you're in as well. If everybody checks out now, over 40% of our stock has gone. So if you want to go for your fabulous...
I really don't want people to miss out.
No, well, people are listening and watching, and they are checking out accordingly, which is brilliant. So if you want to go for your framed sentiments, your Sentimentally Yours framed sentiments, all 6 of them, and you're getting one for free. Was it 80 dies, you said, Phil?
Yeah.
That's a lot of dies, isn't it? For $33.31 if you are using your split pay option today. Remember, the 6 that you are going to get, you will get someone special. You've got the words, you've got the shadows, you've got the frames, you've got the buttons. You're also going to get just for you. You've also got birthday wishes in there as well. Happy birthday you've got in there too. Let's look at the other 3 that you get in there, because they are fabulous, each and every one. They are all available as duos as well, remember. We've got sending hugs in there. We've also got happy birthday with the stars. I love the star buttons. And then finally, with love for you in there as well. HFHW76. A message for Phil from Amanda. Good evening to you, Amanda. What does she say? She says, Phil's products are the best. I love that. I feel like you should be shaking pom-poms and saying, Phil's products are the best. Always something new, and the Facebook group is so inspirational. Thank you, Amanda, in Sheffield.
Lovely. And I never cleaned my finger, did I? Right, so I'm just putting some layers on now. Tell me how long we've got.
You've got about 18 minutes, Phil.
Oh, we might get the other one done.
You can do it. You can do it.
We might.
Phil said to me before, I want to do 2 demos.
I said it. I've prepped 4. It's a standing joke now. And I tell everybody, when I'm prepping, I always prep more than I think I should. And then when I get here, it's never as much as it should be.
That fine balance of life.
After 18 years, you'd think I would know.
No, never change.
It's because I like to try and show you stages as well. So I'm literally just popping that in the centre, look. So this is effectively a postable card from Phill Martin. What's that all about?
It's gorgeous.
So now let's bring in the embellishments. Now, this is why everything is just so...
Now, these embellishments, of course, are from our die sets. Remember, we've got 3 die sets for you, duos for you. When they are gone, they are gone. So, like, literally, when they are gone, they are gone. Don't forget as well, if you missed Phil's earlier show, because Phil was on at 3 o'clock today, if you scan that QR code that's on your screen now, that will take you through to our YouTube channel. You can watch the shows back there as well, because we do have our own YouTube channel here at HobbyMaker. Do you have a YouTube channel, Phil?
I do, and in actual fact, this is why I love it here already. They will send me the shows in about 4 days, and I can put them on my YouTube channel. So you've got everywhere to re-watch the shows.
That's what we like. You can't escape Phill Martin, and that's how we like it.
It's fab. So I'm just popping the sentiment straight in the middle, and then I'm going to decorate around it. So we've created, if you look at this is not your normal average card layout. It's a little bit scrapbooky,
It is.
but that's why we
And
love
I love that double drop shadow there, because I mean, it really does pop out of the middle of that
And it's
card.
easy to, everything that I've done is so achievable. So I'm just going to pop the glue gel on the back of these because it's my friend, it's my best friend. I go through bucket loads of this stuff.
Oh, that famed glue, loving that. Don't forget, if you want glues and bits and pieces, do take advantage of our Cat P&P here at HobbyMaker. $4.95 for the entire day. That's from midnight last night until midnight tonight. As many orders as you want to check out for, regardless of size, quantity, weight, all of that. It's brilliant. $4.95 for the entire day, no matter where you are here in the UK. So you could be in Rotherham, you could be in Runcorn, you could be in Rail or anywhere else. And like literally, it would be from Land's End to John O'Groats and, you know, everywhere for just $4.95. Right, Crafter in Cornwall, well, you're down there. Linda in Berkshire, you're over there. Susan in Essex, you're over there. You've all got to check out there because you're all in the basket at the moment.
Right, so here we go. We're nearly at the end of this. So, as ever, I can't have a flower on without some foliage.
Oh, no.
I don't know where that's come from.
Well, this is the great thing about the foliage as well, because obviously one of the die sets that we've got for you today, the duos that are about to disappear when they're gone, they're gone. You have got the fabulous foliage in there. Let me find it for you. It was the fantastic fronds, and then also the fabulous fronds as well. It was the one with all the F words, wasn't it? So if you would like to go for those, they go with anything, and that's the great thing. You can see those two together. And as Phil said before, the details that you've got here with the embossing, the details that you've got with the actual outline, just beautiful. $35.98 each price on those. HEHW 79 each item code on that. Serious limited stock on that one. When they are gone, they are gone. They will not be back. Also, for the perfect duo, you know, that we had, and that was the one that was practically perfect and delightfully... Oh, no, hang on, it's the other one, sorry. So Lacy Loveliness and Perfectly Plain, those two together. So if you want to go for those, we're down to single figures on those now. So like literally less than 10 of those. And again, when they're gone, they are gone. You could be one of the last people to get your hands on that. HMHW41. Right, Phil.
And there we go.
Oh, look at that.
So this card is all made from plain white cardstock and 2 colours of the chalk paint and dyes.
Right, Phil, I'm going to do a little shopping list. You get yourself ready, and then you will have about 12 minutes to do demo 2. You can do it.
I can do it.
I have faith in you, I do. Right, let's talk the paints. We've got 3 sets of fabulous paints for you. We've got the nature one, which is the one at the top, I do believe, to begin with. So let's go through your colours on each and every one of this, because we've got 3 sets. Sorry, excuse my cough tonight. I've got that tickly throat tonight, Phil. Don't know where it's come from. So this is your nature. Now, you have 5 colours that you have got in the nature. In there, you are going to get your French beige. You've also got lilac blooms. You have morning dew, which is the one that Phil used. You have soft pewter. Sorry, soft pewter.
You've got palettes at the side
in there as well.
Like.
Oh, you're a marvel. So here you go. So that's the first one that we got for you. That's your nature there. So you've got your subtle sage, your lilac blooms, your French beige, your morning dew, and then also your soft pewter. So you have those. That's £22.50 for all of those, 20 mils in each pot. But if you're thinking that's not much, it is, because it goes a long, long way. You saw how sparingly Phil was able to use it. The next one that we've got for you, this is your coastal selection, which is this one. In here, you've got antique white, you've got ocean mist, you've got lemon drizzle, which is divine. That colour is gorgeous. You've also got powder blue in there, and then finally for you, you've got your Malibu peach over there. That's a nickname, isn't it? Malibu peach, like that. $22.50 each price on that one, GSHW24. And then finally for you, we've got our candy hues, if you would like to go for these. In there, you've got ballet slipper. You've also got champagne bubbles, you have got secret blush, lavender bud, and then finally pale pistachio in there for you as well. The coverage with that, the matte, the chalkiness is just gorgeous.
It's amazing, yeah. And on grey board, you can use it on non-porous and porous surfaces as well. So if you like grey board, that's literally 1 coat of the soft pewter.
So if we have a look at that again, so you can see that's 1 coat of the soft pewter
Let me turn it on
the
some
grey
white
board.
card so you can actually see the colour.
That's just
So that is 1 coat on bare grey board with the soft pewter, and I'm using soft pewter and lemon drizzle on this demo.
If you do want the grey board, just to show you as well, look, we've got some sheets of it tonight for you as well. Again, it's one of those things that I think Phill does incredibly well. Takes grey board, makes it pretty. If you'd like to go for these, you're getting all of these fabulous shapes that you see here, the wonderful frames, and you've got your little fleur-de-lis in there as well. So you've got a set of 3 on that. We've got a few sets on the show, actually, so do check them all out. But I'm aware that we've got to crack on with the demo because he needs to do 2.
We are going to crack on with this demo.
Off your pop,
The
Phill.
first time I've done 2 in an hour. So literally, I've got my aperture from the double-stitched circle dies that are on the show, and they are new. We've got the embossing folder underneath, and I've done the stippling effect around the edge to create the two-tone in the soft pewter and the lemon drizzle. I'm going to replicate that now with the circle for the aperture to go around the aperture. Just remind me how long I've got left.
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
I will get Dan, our director, to give you a lovely countdown in your ear as well, Phill.
Easily. Right, so I'm going on with the soft pewter first. I'm just using stippling brushes for this, and I'm just doing it random, look. This is why I say anybody can do this. No technical skill for this at all.
And I do think stippling is one of those techniques. I mean, it looks good, whoever does it, whether it's somebody that's never done it before or somebody who's been stippling for a lifetime.
Stippling for a life.
Stippling for a life. That could be the title of your forthcoming Stippling for a lifetime.
That's slightly worrying, but I do get what you're saying. So stippled with the first colour, and we're going to just replicate with the second. So top tip, I've got a couple of top tips for you. These paints, you can either do the textured look, which is what I'm doing here with the two-tone, yeah? Now, if you're doing the textured look, I would try and leave some little white or paler areas, and it kind of happens naturally because as you're going round, look, you're just dabbing. You're not concentrating on where the colour's going. But look at the coverage you get. Can you see on those flowers the coverage you get when you go in a little bit heavier with the paints? Look at that. They were white cardstock. And look at the coverage. And more importantly, you can see all the debossed lines on my flower die, look.
That's the great thing, isn't it? You don't lose any of the detail, but you can change the look of it completely.
I love that. From white cardstock to a soft pewter flower that you just wouldn't be able to buy that kind of colour cardstock. Amazing. So I'm just going to pop this around my aperture now.
Just whilst you're popping that, I'm just going to mention the other grey board that we've got for you as well. So I've been playing with this one. Yours will come virgin fresh. Sorry, I've been poking bits out of this one. This is the one that you saw on Phil's card just now, actually, that was used. This is your... ignore that price, by the way. We're going to get that price down. So in here, you have got your classic trellis, which is that one there. Oh, no, that's your ornate circles. That's your ornate circles. You've got your classic trellis, which is that one there. And then you've also got posh plaid, like that, a lot. All of these bits are going to pop out. That's the great thing about this. £12.15 for all 3 of those. TVHW43. Don't forget we had the other set for you as well. Should we just show you the other designs on that as well? We had fleur-de-lis in there. Oh, there's that card that we mentioned, wasn't it? In the other one, we had fleur-de-lis. We also had clocks in there as well. And then also layered frames. So the 3 that you've got in the other set for £12.15 are these. So you can see you've got your fabulous butterfly frames there. You've got your layered frames there, and then the fleur-de-lis clocks for you as well. TXHW09. Back to our Phill.
Right, okay. So all I've done, while Nigel was just giving you all that info, is the one that the circle that you've just seen me paint, I've just popped over around the aperture, and I've got another glittery ring here, look, that I've made larger, that fits round. So what we're going to do is show you how to use this grey board. So grey board is one of my all-time favourite products.
I'm not surprised.
Particularly when it teams up with the chalk paint so well. It's so light, we're actually adding texture, dimension and interest without adding any
That is gorgeous. Is that one of yours, Phill, that purple
yeah,
one on the screen?
this is the ornate circles. Is this on the show? This is on the show, is it?
Yeah, we just showed that. Yeah, fabulous. Yeah.
I did hear you say it, honest.
You were busy.
So I'm going to show you how to use... This is just a tiny section from the A5 sheet. And this is why I did the grey board designs in A5 sheets, because you can snip them down and just use the sections you want. So I'm going to flip that over. That means it's the top. I'm going to just go around the inside of the aperture with my glue.
I will mention glue as well, because you did mention it earlier, Phill, for our shopping list. We've got a bundle of glue. All glue is not equal, and I will say Phil's glue is, well, it's famed because it's been very good for years and years and years. Phill, in a sentence, tell us about this 4-pack.
So basically, that's everything you need. So the little chubby one is the one with the brush applicator, which is what we use for our delicate die cuts and everything. And obviously, you can go around the edge of your cardstock. You need to get on the YouTube channel and watch some of the videos because I try and incorporate everything. All the other three are the fine tip nozzle. And, well, it's the only glue you need. It's not the same as normal PVA, it's thicker. So what I say to all my followers is when it gets too thick, particularly with the one with the brush, when it gets too thick, squirt some water in, mix it up, and you're good to go again. It lasts for ages.
If we want to see sticky action with Phill on YouTube, what channel do we go to? Is it Sentimentally yours?
Depends what day you're watching. Right, so you can see what I've got here, look, yeah. And all I'm trying to do is line up that centre circle, just roughly. And this glue will grab the grey board super quickly. I love grey board. The things you can do with grey board with paints and embossing powders is just amazing. That's already stuff.
It's the dimension without the weight, isn't it? It's the wow factor without the weight.
It really is, it really is. So now I know I only need to put my foam tape around the outside. The ornate circles, oh no, I can't tell you. You've not had it yet.
Oh, did you almost dangle a carrot then?
I was not on purpose.
All I'm going to say is that Phil's here every 2 weeks. He's going to be here every other Wednesday, which I'm very happy about because that means I'll always be
every other Wednesday.
Very excited about that.
Apart from most of October because I'll be on the beach.
Where are you going?
We're going back to Tenerife.
Because let's be honest, you need to top up your tan because you're slightly less
I'm
than
very
mahogany
pale.
at the moment.
I'm very pale.
You are quite pale for you.
I'm pale
You're
and
never
interesting.
pale.
Pale and interesting is not a good look for Phill Martin. Right, so let's pop this on here, look. So look at what we've done now. Again, easy peasy. So we've got the grey board giving us texture. We've got the embossing folder underneath giving us texture. We've got the paints giving us texture and colour. And this, just for all my followers who don't believe I can make small cards, that's 6 by 6. It's unheard of.
It is
and it's still unheard of because I'm going to pop it onto
You're
a 7.
showing your versatility.
I'm not. I'm putting it on a 7.5-inch square instead.
This is true. That's what they say.
So I can make 6 by 6 cards. I just choose not to. We're making it bigger.
But this is the thing.
4 minutes.
You
right.
could have stopped at the 6 inches, but you're going to pop it onto a bigger card.
Yeah, I'm just popping it onto a bigger card, yeah. It's personal preference, and postage is an issue, I know that, but I don't post cards, so I don't think about it. I make loads and loads of cards, and I'm absolutely rubbish at sending them. My family will tell me.
Just while Phil's sticking that, you may see at the bottom of the screen, which I'm very excited about. I don't know whether you've seen it. James is in from Creative Expressions. Have you seen the bottom of the screen? You know that photo you were made to pose for earlier? There's the results. How good is that? Can you see it? Yes, he likes it. I was a bit worried then he went silent. I thought, oh, director Dan, he doesn't like it. But it's very good, yes. He's very clever, is that Dan? Yes, he is.
So
we're grabbing you at some point for a quick photo, and you'll pop up at the bottom of the screen, Phill. That's how it works.
Can't have photos of me at this time of night.
Oh, no, I've told him about that. Not after dark, not
No,
Phill.
definitely not after dark. Right, so I'm just going to pop the flowers on.
Minutes.
So the flowers have been painted, but this time, very controversially, I'm not adding any colour to the sentiment dies. I'm leaving them just white. And this is why I love them. So just pop the little flowers on. I'm popping that on really quick. And I'm just going to use the With Love. I'm going to try and just pop this on at the side.
Now, don't forget to carry on ordering after the show, because obviously, as I mentioned just now, James is popping up with Creative Expressions at 6 o'clock tonight. But if you do still want to shop Phill Martin, check out Sentimentally Yours, the brand shop, on our website. Oh, Chris, what's the website? Give us your best singing voice. We've not had that today as yet, and I do enjoy this. All the W's, what? HobbyMaker.com. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it.
That's hilarious.
2.5 minutes, Phill.
We're just going to finish with the flourish, and this time, not the flourish, the foliage, and this time I am leaving them in the...
Can I say as well, I feel like I've rushed you slightly, but...
Yeah, you have, it's shocking.
Well, I know, but only because you
It's
told me to make
appalling.
sure you did 2 demos. But I'm going to say, your end results, the cards do not look rushed.
Well, do you know what? We've made 2, we've
Yes.
done 2 demos, or we will have in a second.
It's the quality of the product.
Well, this is quick, and I have
Phil's
adapted.
pretty all right,
I've adapted as I've gone along. So, you know, when I said I'm not going to colour the sentiment, it's because we ain't got time to, not by choice. You'll always get honesty from me. Now, the foliage that is on the show until it's gone, remember, it's the last of it.
Mind your head, Phill.
And I just pointed, I'm not going to put those on. I've just pinched them at the tips, look. So I can make, where are we?
Pointing at our Chris over on the cameras over there.
I can make a little 6x6-ish
Well,
card.
you just added an inch and a half.
I've just, yeah, of course I have. Why wouldn't I?
But Phil, do you know what's with that card there? I mean, we started the show by saying about the versatility with you, Phil.
Yeah.
I love the fact that that card could be a wedding card.
Yeah.
It could be an anniversary card,
Absolutely.
a thank you card, a get well card, a thank.
It could be any of the
congratulations.
sentiments from the 6 die sets that you've got today.
But also, I mean, it could also be a commiseratory card,
Absolutely,
a sympathy card
yeah,
if need be as
absolutely.
well. Phil, come back over here, young man, to finish the show. If you would like to go for the big bundle, the whole 6-pack, you are getting all 6. Are you cleaned up?
No, not yet.
Lovely. Are you Eckers like?
Can't you see the panic in my face?
I know, it's like you dirty finger Phil, that's not right, is it? Let's have a look what you are getting in your 6-pack. You are getting all of these. You are getting With Love. You also get the frames, of course, as well as the words and the shadows. Not just 1, but 2, which I love. You are getting these fabulous frames as well, plus the little buttons at the bottom. You didn't have to put everything together, but you did.
Well, waste not, want not. If
Yeah.
you've got space, I'm going to use it. And the buttons are actually really, really useful. You can use them just to 3 down the side of a card. You can use them in the centre of flowers for a different finish instead of using pearls and gems. And why not? We're paying for the metal. I'm going to make sure we get the most out of it.
Absolutely. A lot of metal for your money, a lot of craft for your cash, which is what you want. A lot of bang for your buck.
Absolutely.
HFHW76. It's a complete angel policy if you would like to make cards like the fabulous Phil. The great thing is that even though Phil's been doing it for a long, long time, you can make cards like Phil. You can get the same beautiful results because it's all about the brilliant product. Phil, I cannot tell you what a joy it is to have you here. You are back in a fortnight's time.
I'm back in a fortnight's time. If there were any of these left, get them.
Yes, because...
And if that wasn't subtle enough...
It's an investment for what might be coming soon. There you go. Right,
Thank you, everybody.
the fabulous James from Creative Expressions is up after the break. I will see you then. Phil's back in a fortnight. Make sure you check out your baskets. But from us both, take care. Bye-bye.
Did you know at HobbyMaker that on various products we offer split pay? That means on certain